Ice Cube has come out and given everybody some brutal truth, and there is a portion of this that just tells you everything that we've been telling you. This is just confirmation. And what's hilarious is this is confirmation from the people that want to pay the money. Sponsors. Oh man, Angel Reese fans are gonna be pissed.
Ice Cube just said the quiet part out loud, and it was brutal. The $5 million offer? It was never meant for Angel Reese. Sponsors aren't buying the hype anymore. Brand deals are vanishing. And behind the scenes, the numbers tell a cold, clear story. Angel Reese isn't moving the needle. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark just walked into Angel City, injured, in street clothes, and still turned Chicago into a full-blown fan parade. This isn't just a rivalry, it's a reset. And Angel Reese? She's at the center of a marketing collapse nobody saw coming.
Sorry, Angel Reese, the $5 million offer was only for Caitlin Clark. Fuck. It's about to get ugly. With the Big Three's $5 million offer to Caitlin Clark never coming to fruition, could a lucrative Angel Reese proposal be up next for the Hoops League? Tell me you don't know ball. I mean, honestly, don't count on it.
There was a time when Angel Reese couldn't miss, on or off the court. She wasn't just a basketball player. She was a moment, the Bayou Barbie, the trash-talking queen of LSU, the viral sensation who turned highlight reels into headline gold. She dominated the college scene with swagger, iced-out lashes, and a national title to prove it. Brands took notice fast. Reebok signed her. Social media exploded with endorsements, red carpet invites, and influencer energy. For a hot second, she looked like the face of the WNBA's next generation. Bold, unapologetic, and ready to lead. And when she entered the pros, the hype followed. She had the look, the confidence, the platform. To sponsors, she wasn't just a hooper. She was a walking marketing machine. But here's the problem. In the world of business, flash only gets you so far. Because once the hype wears off, one thing always speaks louder than image: results.
What happened to Miss Angel Reese? She's all in Indiana during All-Star, and her Reebok campaign, come to your track, take over your track.
So, here's the bombshell that flipped everything. When Ice Cube's Big Three League made headlines with a $5 million offer to a WNBA rookie, it wasn't Angel Reese, it was Caitlin Clark. And when asked why Angel wasn't even considered, Ice Cube didn't hold back. His response? I'm not in the business of losing money. No shade, no drama, just business. That one line hit harder than any highlight dunk. Because underneath the surface, the message was clear. Sponsors weren't biting on Angel. The analytics didn't support the hype, and the suits in the boardrooms, they were already backing away, quietly but fast. Ice Cube didn't reject Angel Reese. He confirmed what insiders already knew. There's only one player right now who guarantees a return on investment, and her name isn't Angel.
No, but it was business. That's all it is, business. Y'all gonna make it personal though.
Once, brands were lining up to work with Angel Reese. Now, the calls have stopped. The emails go unanswered. Campaigns are on hold, some indefinitely. Big projects that were deep into planning suddenly vanished. Behind the scenes, agencies are crunching numbers and coming to the same cold conclusion. Angel's social media buzz doesn't translate into sales or sustained engagement. The excitement was there, but the returns just aren't matching expectations. In marketing, that's a death sentence. Because no matter how loud the hype, if it doesn't convert, the deal falls apart. And for Angel, that's exactly what happened. The star power was fading, and sponsors were pulling back, one quiet retreat after another. While Angel Reese's endorsements quietly began to fade, Caitlin Clark was making headlines, but not on the basketball court. In the middle of Chicago, a city known for passionate basketball fans, Clark appeared sidelined with an injury. She wasn't even in uniform. No game time highlights, no buzzer beaters. Just her presence. And yet, that alone was enough to set the city on fire. Thousands of fans poured into the streets, lining up for hours just to catch a glimpse or snag an autograph. It wasn't some choreographed event or paid appearance. It was raw enthusiasm, pure energy. The city was hers. From the packed sidewalks to viral videos flooding social media, Clark transformed the scene into a celebration. A fan frenzy that looked more like a playoff parade than a sidelined athlete making a casual visit. Meanwhile, Angel Reese, the player who once seemed poised to dominate marketing campaigns and headlines, was nowhere in sight. The glow of her once prominent Reebok campaign was dimming, fading out of public view as Clark's star rose brighter and brighter. This moment wasn't just about fans showing up. It was a vivid public turning point. a clear visual of who had the true pull, the real influence, the undeniable connection with audiences. Angel, once the face of bold marketing and flashy promos, was now eclipsed. The city that should have been her stage was stolen from right under her feet, and it happened without even a single point scored. That wasn't just a loss on the court. It was a loss in the battle for hearts, minds, and wallets. As Caitlin Clark was capturing headlines and hearts in Chicago, Angel Reese was quietly fading into the background. Listed as day-to-day with a back injury, she missed multiple games, and the timing raised eyebrows. Fans and analysts couldn't help but ask, was this a genuine setback or a strategic retreat? In a league where visibility is currency, missing games means missing opportunities. And when your biggest rival is drawing sold-out crowds without even playing, the contrast is glaring. Speculation exploded. Some whispered that Angel's team advised a low profile to avoid the heat of direct comparisons. Others believed the injury was real, but poorly timed, the kind that fuels rumors no athlete wants. Regardless, the effect was clear. Where Clark's name dominated conversations, Angel's presence shrank. And in the world of endorsements and sponsorships, fading from view is often the first step toward fading dollars. When it comes to the business side of sports, feelings don't matter, numbers do. And the numbers paint a very clear picture. Caitlin Clark is a money-making machine. Her jersey sales are skyrocketing, sitting at the top of league charts like a runaway freight train. Every game she plays, packed arenas, sold-out crowds, fans traveling across cities just to see her live. TV ratings through the roof, 2 to 3 times the league average, no matter the opponent or location. Clark isn't just a star in Indiana. She's the main event everywhere she goes. She's the player who guarantees views, ticket sales, and revenue. Meanwhile, Angel Reese? Her jersey sales are respectable, but nowhere near historic. Even in LSU's own arena, her so-called home court, attendance struggles to fill half the seats without viral drama stirring the pot. And here's the kicker. Viral moments only take you so far. Sponsors want sustained value, consistent engagement, and a brand that grows, not one that flashes bright then flickers out. Clark delivers all that. Angel, she's still chasing it. It started as a rivalry. Bold, brash, even entertaining. But over time, Angel Reese's fixation on Caitlin Clark started to look less like confidence and more like insecurity. Every time Clark made headlines, Reese had something to say. A cryptic tweet, a side-eye during interviews, a not-so-subtle comment about media bias. But here's the problem. When your whole narrative becomes reactive, you're no longer leading, you're following. Instead of carving out her own legacy, Reese began orbiting Clark's spotlight, and fans started noticing. What once looked like playful competition started feeling like envy. Her comments stopped resonating as swagger. They started echoing as bitterness. Sponsors pay attention to that. So do teammates. So does the league. Because the WNBA isn't just looking for athletes, it's looking for icons. And icons don't chase others. They create gravity. Caitlin Clark pulls attention. Angel Reese, lately, she's been chasing it. And the more she talks, the more it backfires. Her Caitlin complex isn't just a perception. It's becoming her brand. Candace Parker didn't throw shade. She dropped a truth bomb, and it sent shockwaves across the league. When one of the most respected legends in WNBA history says there's a difference between putting up numbers and actually elevating the game, people listen. She didn't say Angel Reese's name directly. She didn't have to. Parker went on to praise players who make their teammates better, who draw defenders, who force coaches to rewrite scouting reports. That's Caitlin Clark. That's not Angel. At least, not yet. The message was clear. It's not just about stats. It's about impact. And Parker sees Clark changing the entire landscape of women's basketball. Not just stat sheets, but ticket sales, fan culture, and national media narratives. Angel's response, a string of defensive tweets, clips from old games. The usual, they don't respect me angle. But Parker's credibility crushed all that noise. Because when a 2-time MVP and champion speaks, even the loudest social media campaign can't drown her out. Parker didn't end Angel Reese's hype. She exposed how fragile it really was. For months, Angel Reese thrived off viral moments. The taunts, the memes, the slogans, Bayou Barbie, the villain, the most hated, most loved. And for a while, it worked. Brands loved the engagement. Fans rallied behind the attitude. She turned trolling into marketing. But now, the script is flipping, because likes don't equal leadership. And being the loudest voice online doesn't mean you're winning respect on the court. The more Angel leans into social media drama, the more detached she looks from the real work. The grind, the growth, the game. And Caitlin Clark, she's barely tweeting. She's not chasing narratives. She's building a resume. Meanwhile, Angel's posts are starting to feel desperate. retweeting highlight reels while her team racks up losses, subtweeting criticism instead of facing it. Fans are growing tired, sponsors are growing cautious, and the league? They're shifting focus to players who let their game speak louder than their phones. Because in today's WNBA, drama might get clicks, but consistency builds legacies. And right now, Angel's feed is louder than her stat line. Let's be real, the WNBA is at a crossroads, and the league is making a choice, publicly, unapologetically. They're going all in on Caitlin Clark, primetime games, national campaigns, record-breaking attendance. Clark's name is everywhere, from Nike deals to ESPN coverage to sold-out arenas in cities that never used to care. And what about Angel Reese? Despite all the noise, all the viral sound bites, and all the college hype, she's not getting the same treatment. Why? Because the league sees what casual fans want. They're betting on skill, vision, and team-first mentality, not just branding. Caitlin brings viewers and values. She's marketable without needing controversy. She's polarizing because of her greatness, not because she picks fights. That's a future the WNBA can sell. Angel tried to play the heel. She leaned into drama, expecting it to boost her. But in the pros, that doesn't fly for long. The league isn't just investing in players. They're investing in who represents the game's future. And right now, that's Caitlin Clark, not Angel Reese. The shift isn't just happening with fans and brands. It's happening inside the league itself. Veteran players, coaches, and legends who once praised Angel Reese's fire are now starting to question the long-term value of her image. These are the people who've been through every season's ups and downs, who understand what it takes to build a lasting career. And their message is subtle but clear. Charisma and hype don't replace consistency and leadership. Many in the WNBA's old guard see Reese's approach as risky. Her social media spats, her constant comparisons to Clark, and her vanishing act during critical moments, these raise red flags. In contrast, Caitlin Clark's quiet confidence and relentless work ethic are winning respect. She's the player who leads by example, elevates teammates, and stays focused even when the pressure mounts. That kind of maturity resonates in locker rooms and boardrooms alike. It's what sponsors want. Players who can handle the spotlight and keep the game moving forward. And with the old guard slowly distancing themselves from Reese's drama, her support network is shrinking fast. Angel Reese is standing at a crossroads. Her moment to rewrite the narrative isn't tomorrow, it's now. The hype, the viral moments, the social media heat, they can only carry you so far. The WNBA isn't just about flash, it's about lasting impact. And right now, Caitlin Clark has that locked down. But here's the truth no one wants to say out loud. Angel has everything she needs to make a comeback. Talent, voice, and a platform bigger than most players ever dream of. What she doesn't have is time. If she wants to reclaim her space, it means cutting the comparisons, dropping the drama, and focusing on her own story, her own game. Because sponsors want stars who stand tall on their own, not those tethered to another's shadow. The WNBA is building around Caitlin Clark, yes, but there's room for more than one superstar. If Angel can prove she's one, the choice is clear. Rewrite the narrative or watch it fade away.